Hi teachers, in this video we are going to walk through some different features within Google Meet that you'll probably want to use when you're meeting with parents. So the first thing that I want to draw your attention to is before we join the Meet as the meeting organizer, you now do have the option to turn on background blur. This can depend on the age of the device that you are on, and be aware that background blur will demand a little bit more of your internet. So if you're finding you have any issues, you probably wouldn't want to turn this on, but if I turn it on here, you'll notice, giving it a minute, it's blurred my background. As I move around, it's a tiny bit delayed, but it will hide most of what is in the background, or at least obscure it, and this can just help with some privacy on your end. Now, once we join that meeting, there's a couple things that you're going to want to do. The minute you join the meeting, that you're going to have multiple families trying to get into, you're going to want to click on your host controls and toggle off quick access. Now, you can actually toggle this off for meetings that you have with students, but it can become a little bit frustrating. The reason why you want to toggle this off and keep it off for your entire meeting with parents, where you have multiple parents joining into your Google Meet, is it's going to make everyone who isn't invited, they have to ask to join. So that's why you didn't want to invite parents to all of the meeting if you're doing one large meeting for everyone, because you don't want them to just be able to get into the Google Meet. Now, it is okay to invite staff members that you just want in there from the beginning. Maybe you're running a joint conference with another staff member. Keep in mind that the only person who's going to have this option is that meeting organizer, and Calendar will help you determine who that meeting organizer is. So this means phone numbers, if a parent joins with their child's account, or if they join with a personal account, or if they join through the anonymous mode, which they have to manually type in a name or that they'll use during the meeting, but maybe they don't have their own Google account. This will make every single one asked to join the meeting. You can also toggle off the ability to share screen and send chat messages, and these can be turned on at any time, just like you can do with students. The other thing just to keep in mind is when you click on the people and there's multiple people in this Google Meet, you will have the ability to force remove an individual from the Google Meet if you need to. Now, if an individual tries to get invited to the Meet or something happens and for whatever reason they cannot get in, you can manually invite them to the meeting as well by typing in their name or email, or using the call button to manually call a number for them. Doing that will put them directly into the meeting, and you'll need to either ask them to hang up or force remove them when you are done. Now, if I am an individual joining this meeting as a parent, we're going to just do that here. We're going to put in the link, or a parent clicks on the link, so that you understand what happens. It's going to now give me the ask to join, even though I'm actually in with an Olmsted account. So because I'm with an Olmsted account, it doesn't ask for my name. It already knows my name. It says, hey, you'll join the call when someone lets you in. Now, I have the option to either deny the entry or admit this individual. I can still be talking to the individuals in my Google Meet. They can still see me. This box is a little bit annoying, but the minute you admit them, that individual will come into the meeting. So keep in mind, you can still continue to have your Google Meet, but you can't get rid of the screen until you decide to deny entry or admit. At a certain point, this box will time out. So that person would need to re-ask to join the meeting, or they would need to be manually invited to that meeting. So for that reason, you probably will want to instruct individuals to not try to join until their time that is scheduled. That way it's a minute or two delay that they maybe have to wait to be admitted. Please keep in mind, I'm not sure the exact time limit of this invite. I think it was about 5 minutes or less that this stayed up here, and then the user received the message that, hey, I can't join the meeting because nobody let me in. So once you're ready, you can then admit that user into This is what happens when you get multiple Google Meets running on the same device. You can admit that user into that Google Meet. So, and then from here, you can use the mute option if you need to, and you can use the remove from meeting if you need to do that. Sometimes an individual forgets to click the hang up, and so you can simply click remove from meeting so that you can continue on with the rest of your meetings with parents.